Now, for those of you that listen to the Boot Nerds podcast or perhaps watch the Unisport YouTube channel, then you would have heard some talk about barbershops recently. And that's all due to these boots right here, the limited edition Puma Ultra 1.4 Barbershop, a collaborative effort between Puma as well as my good friend J Mike and the team at Unisport, creating a football boot inspired by the swirly pole that you see out front of a barbershop in red, white, and blue, limited to just 300 pairs worldwide, and of course available exclusively at unisportstore.com. If you're interested in snagging a pair before they're all gone, check out the first link down below. I'm going to cover the more intricate details in today's video because I personally think there's some really good looking football boots, but let me know how you rate them down in the comment section. Now, if you're like me, you probably thought to yourself, why on earth would you theme a pair of football boots off of a barbershop? It's kind of a little bit strange, but it actually makes a lot of sense, and I'll explain the basics of the story in this video, but if you want a more detailed explanation on the origins of the design and the concept, check out Unisport's video. It's very well explained. Nonetheless, you go to the barbershop to decide your own hairstyle. You're picking how you want the world to perceive you. The same thing applies to the game of football and especially your football boots. These are going to help you stand out, and the way that you play is going to determine how the world perceives you. I like the concept, and I think the end result definitely translates well into a design for a pair of football boots, in that, yes, these are definitely very flashy in a lot of ways, but from a distance, they almost kind of blend into the crowd a little bit because of that black base. I'm a big fan of the simplicity of the design, but as simple as the design actually is, there are a bunch of cool little touches. The first being that the barbershop pole stripes actually flow in one direction from the left and right boot. So depending on what side you're looking at them from, the boots actually have a little bit of a mismatched look, which is quite cool. And if you align them properly, the stripes themselves actually just kind of flow into each other, which is kind of a cool idea as well. I love the detail of the black laces with the red and blue dots. That to me really ties in the whole theme really nicely. I love the fact that the Puma logo here at the front has the blue outline with the Ultra logo having the red outline at the back. Of course, on the heel, you're going to find the Puma logo as well as the Unisport logo, so they kept their branding very subtle on the outside of the football boots. And then you have little mismatched details like the Puma logo on the sole plate being red on one boot and blue on the other, and even the insoles, which I'll remove in just a second, have that mismatched blue and red look. Even the aglets on the laces are mismatched. And then as promised, here's a look at both insoles where you do actually have the barbershop branding tying into the colorway theme, although it is just the standard Puma Ultra insole. And colorway aside, this is also just a standard pair of Puma Ultra 1.4s, but also for the standard €200 retail price, which is pretty unheard of because typically when any brand makes football boots as limited as these are, just 300 pairs worldwide, they typically hike up the prices. These are super limited at a super affordable price. So if you're really looking for the best bang for your buck in terms of rarity of football boots, these are pretty tough to beat. And the Ultra 1.4 is just an incredible value for money in the speed boot option, the lightest boots on the market, and just incredibly impressive when it comes to overall performance. And here are the barbershop Ultras on feet, where I would argue they look even better. Again, I love the black base. I think from a distance, it gives the boots kind of a more subtle look. It's not until you get up close that you obviously notice how flashy they are. The combination of red, white, and blue as an accent color, I think looks really good. And in general, the overall silhouette of the Puma Ultra just makes this design work so well. They're kind of reminiscent of the CR7 pinstripe boots from way back in the day. For those that can remember his third ever signature colorway, they kind of remind me of that slightly, but overall, really happy with the way that they look. And again, I just love the little details that have been thrown into the mix. Just 300 pairs worldwide, you can't go wrong. And like I mentioned, despite the graphics, they are just like a regular pair of Puma Ultra 1.4s, which is definitely not a bad thing.